will be used to calculate the weight. So let's say pipe rack, you have to add those elements. You can add current element members, members with tubing, current collection, graphical pick, graphical selection within area. With a lot of options are there. Simplistic is just select this structure, add it. Oh, I added just a framework. So right click, remove all elements. Let me stand here, add. So this is under scope of calculation of area. Then there are some options over here for weight. Wet weight, dry weight. We are only calculating dry weight because we do not have any fluid over here. Negatives. See, there are three kinds of weight you can calculate: gross weight, rough weight, and net weight. The most accurate is net weight, the least accurate is rough weight. But what do they mean? Let's see in the manual. See, page number 54. So net weight option allow for negative geometry and produces the most accurate result. So if any flange is there, there is a negative geometry inside that flange. The negative geometry weight is excluded, means subtracted from the total weight, because volume is taken as a whole and then negative volume is subtracted from the volume, and that is multiplied to the density. So net weight gives the consideration of negative geometry also. The data return is appropriated for determining as-built weights for loading calculation, transporting and planning, etc. Okay, so net weight is most accurate. So next is gross. It in gross weight, the effect of negative geometry is ignored. So negative geometry is not subtracted. Negative geometry volume is not subtracted from the total volume, and data return is appropriate for material costing and planning. Right. So this is what gross weight is. And rough weight. This option is similar to gross weight. However, the calculation makes a number of simplification. So even in gross weight, a number of simplification like arc tolerances, lesser iterations, surface smoothing, complex primitive configurations are ignored. And it is a very quicker way of obtaining the weights for a model with large amount of data or very complex geometry. Right. So this is a least accurate but fastest way to calculate the weights. If the model is too large, if your area is too large, and you just want an estimate of the weight, not you are not doing any material planning or cost planning, you can use this quick rough weight. Okay, and see over here, let me select net weight of all members or just the element. Means all members, of course you want all members inside the pipe rack. Representation level 6. See, the weight will vary little bit different because volume calculated at level 6 and level 3 will be different. I told you for structures, the arc and all those things are not present in level 3. So let me first calculate weight for level 6, then I'll show you for level 3 also. So for this pipe rack, I've assigned the material. I'm using not net dry weight, and let's press apply. It will take few seconds and put the value over here, total weight and center of gravity. See, 5109.3 kilogram. So this is the weight, and the center of gravity, as expected, because it's a symmetrical structure. The coordinate of center of gravity is this one. Okay. Now I will change the level to 3. Let's note this value 5109.39, and let me change the level to 3. And let us calculate. See, the weight is little lesser because in level 3 the geometry is little different. It will not update the geometry here until you change view graphics, structure, level 3. See, the arcs and arcs are gone. Okay. So this is how you calculate. You can take a combination of systems. Second. Say I'll show you one equipment. 1 second. I don't think there is an example of equipment. Okay. For equipment, there are attributes. Let's say attribute. Let me sort the attribute. So user center of gravity, user wet center of gravity, user weight, and user wet weight. So wet weight is done over here. Let me put some value. So for equipment, it is put in model. See, for these already, for sample equipments, already weights are there. Okay, so I will edit. I will clear, remove all elements. Add this. So I can add structure as well as equipment. Let me remove this. Although this does not have any effect. So again, consider dry weight, net weight, dry net weight. I will make the level to 6. Fresh. And let us press apply. Okay. So as expected, the center of gravity lies between the structure and the equipment somewhere over here, and this is the total weight of the combined structure and equipment. You can add a little bit of piping, say, just to check. Say, add C. Let's see. So these are under consideration. Let us press apply. Piping weights are defined inside catalog. It will pick the values from there. It is saying cannot be calculated for pipe 50B9. For some components like wall and all those things, the weight is not set. Total is unreliable. So for piping, so this was not calculated because it for this pipe. So let me remove this one from the system because there are some components in this pipe which